Well, good evening, folks. I've just got one question for you. Are you ready for some roller derby? Welcome to the hangar at Oaks Park, where today you will see the Breakneck Betties take on the Guns N' Rollers. That's right, this incredible spectacle of derby action will get underway in just a few short minutes. But joining me on the microphone today will be Scott Manning, right along with Nom Nom. I would also like to give a big round of applause for the officials led by Darth Bling and Extra Crispy. Well, all right, now that we've got these formalities out of the way, let's bring out our two teams. Scott, who do you have?
Thank you, King. It is an honor and a privilege tonight to bring out the Breakneck Betties. Wearing 1055, Abracadaver. 122, IV Cardi Attack. Number 13, Drone. 160, Sprouta Control. Number 210, T-Nasty. Number 23, Gallifrey. Number 25, Gingeraffe. Number 309, JMFK. Number 319, Bleeda. Number 426, your captain, Ripley. Wearing number 666, Smelter Skelter. 1920, Susan B. Animosity. Number 9, your mom's favorite. And number 93, Fira Nerisse. Let's give it up for the Breakneck Betties.
All right, it's time to bring out the Guns N' Rollers! Starting with number 12, Shenanigans. Number 1221, Roller Eclipse. Number 136, Katie Quick. 221, Hound of Badaskervilles. 272, Aaron Ichi. 29, Artemis Foulmouth. 31, Lauren Forcer. 316, Eve Angelical. 32, Vava Boom. 419, Juvie Hall. 4911, Chica Destruction. 516, Irie Strider. 76, Raven Von Chaos. 868, Zip Drive. And number 9, Van Helslinger. Get your hands together for the Guns N' Rollers. Well, okay, folks, we're going to get this game started here in just a few. If you do listen up during the first 4 jams, I'm going to be giving you some Derby 101. Basically, I'll be talking about what's happening down on the track. Real quick show of hands. Who here, is this your first time at roller derby? Raise your hand. All right, I got a few people down there. All right, so listen up, and I will try to explain it as good as I can so you can enjoy the game just that much more.
All right, for our first jam on the line here, we have Gallifrey and Zip Drive.
All right, the jammers on the track, they are the offense. They score the points. And how they do that is they get out of the pack and lap the pack, and on their second pass, every opposing blocker they pass counts as a point.
All right, well, Gallifrey's out for lead jammer, and she makes it through for a full 5 points.
Zip Drive has also exited the pack on her initial. Gallifrey did call off that jam, and we will roll into jam number 2. Now, once again, the stars on each of their helmets does indicate they are the jammers in this game. Who do we got down there, Scott Manning?
Okay, this time we have Van Helical for the Guns and Rollers and Abracadabra for the Betties.
So what they do is they've got to try and muscle their way through the pack. Right now the Betties have got 2 blockers sitting in the penalty box.
Van Helical out for lead jammer.
So what it means to be the lead jammer is then you are in control of the jam. You can call it off anytime you want.
Oh, very nice apex jump by Van Helical there, and a called off jam.
4 points picked up on that pass. GNR sitting on those 4 points. And the Breakneck Betties right now with 7 early in this game. So in case you're wondering, who are the rest of the players down on the track? Those are your blockers, and they constitute the pack. They do have to stay together, and their job is to play offense and defense at the same time.
All right, your jammers this time for the GNR is Shenanigans. And we have IV Cardi Attack for the Betties. Looks like Shenanigans out for lead jammer.
IV Cardi Attack getting knocked out of bounds by a strong Guns N' Rollers wall.
Oh, very nice move inside by Shenanigans to get through the pack for a 5.
Once again, excellent defense. They've got IV Cardi Attack locked up in corner number 2.
And Shenanigans through again for 5 more. Oh, and we have a star pass.
All right, so in the game of Derby, you can pass the star to the pivot. The pivot is the person with the stripe on their helmet, so they can take it and become jammer. An interesting fun fact, though, if you get a star pass to you, you are not eligible to be lead jammer.
Our score, Guns N' Rollers 19, Betties 8. This time the jammers are Bleeda and Zip Drive.
Looks like a nice sweep to the inside. Zip Drive trying to take the out, and they lock her down.
And Bleeda's through on the inside for lead jammer for the Betties.
All right, so in case you're wondering, there are penalties, and as you just saw, there was a low block. Looks like that is on Sprout of Control. This jam does come to an end, but we do have different types of penalties you can pick up. There are infractions where you are on the track and either you can be out of play or you can cut the track, or you can get a hitting penalty where you hit somebody illegally, either below the knee or directly in the back, possibly in the head, and all those things will send you to the penalty box.
On the line this time we have Gallifrey for the Betties. And Chica Destruction for the Rollers.
Nice hit on the outside. Gallifrey has to pick herself up and skate back to turn number 4. Ripley right now locking down Chica Destruction. She is the last line of defense, and finally Chica Destruction just willed her way through at the top of the apex, becoming lead jammer. I don't think Ripley liked being taken like that. She just levels Sheik of Destruction, forcing that call off.
Hopefully you've all have visited concessions. Go ahead and take a look at your Bridgeport beer cup. There's 3 lucky winners tonight who are going to drink on Bridgeport. See the bar for details.
All right, on the line this time we have Abracadabra and Evangelical.
Looks like a full pack out there. All 4 blockers from each team are out on the track. Nice hit by Drone, taking out Evangelical on the inside line.
And Evangelical with a nice little apex hop to get through for lead jammer.
In case you were wondering, she did put one hand out of bounds, but you can do that in the game of roller derby as long as the rest of your body stays in.
And we have a star pass for the Breakneck Betties.
T Nasty took the star. Evangelical calls it off after picking up 4 points.
We'd like to give a big thank you to OHSU Sports Medicine. OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
That brings our score to GNR 23, Breakneck Betties 10. On the jam line, Shenanigans for GNR and IV Cardi Attack.
Well, you said her name just as she jumped up the inside line, and she's out as your lead jammer. Susan B. Animosity picking up an infraction. She will head to the penalty box.
Shenanigans through for lead jam. No, it's lead jammer is the Betties. IV Cardi Attack.
4 points picked up by the Breakneck Betties. And scoreless for GNR.
And we see our next lineup lining up on the Tonkin Jammer line. Tonkin.com, the largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest, is only a click away at Tonkin.com.
On the line, we have Gallifrey for the Betties and Lauren Forcer for GNR. And Gallifrey through quickly on the outside for lead jammer.
Lauren Forcer did get knocked out of bounds. T Nasty did take her back to the jam line. Gallifrey out on her initial, on her scoring pass, I should say, and that's 4 points picked up by Gallifrey as she calls off this jam.
RCR has a new supporter, Bud Light. Grab one at the bar. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly indeed.
Next up, Abracadabra for the Betties and Zip Drive for GNR.
It'll be a 3-on-3 pack. They have got 2 blockers both standing in the penalty box for each team.
Abracadabra through quickly for lead jammer.
Oh, and we're going to have a power jam. It looks like a cut track on Zip Drive.
Abracadabra through for 5.
This is exactly the kind of opportunity the Betties need right now. They were down, and now we've got a tied game.
Big hit by Abracadabra to change the lead.
Drone picking up another penalty. That is a direction of play penalty. Betties have 2 blockers in the penalty box, but are still in that power jam. Oh, and as Zip Drive came out, there is a back block call on Zip Drive. So that is going to be another power jam. Abracadabra still rolling strong out there.
And Abracadabra through for another 5 points.
That's 20 points so far in this jam as the Betties are taking a strong lead.
Oh, another nice jump for 5 more. And Abracadabra calls off this jam.
If Bud Light and beer isn't your preference, we also have Two-Town Cider. Damn fine cider made here in the Pacific Northwest. See the concession stand for both Bud Light and Two-Town Cider.
And it is damn fine cider.
One of my favorites.
Looks like we'll start with a power jam here. Bleeda for the Betties, while Zip Drive is still in the penalty box.
Offense coming from the inside, and Bleeda is up. Nice little spin on the inside line. Bleeda is your lead jammer. Zip Drive serve time. Aaron Ichi tried to come out and open up the outside, but Zip Drive, a nice hop at the top of the key. He's out on her initial.
I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Deb Counts and Tabor. Let Deb guide you home. Proud realtor sponsor of the Rose City Rollers at welcometopdx.com.
On the jam line this time for the Betties, we have Gallifrey. And for GNR, Evangelical.
Betties in the last couple jams have really done some great work off those power plays. And once again, Gallifrey out as your lead jammer.
Wow.
Well, she got through and picked up all her points, but really you got to contribute those points to the defense out there, or should I say the offensive line, who opened everything up to get their jammer free.
I don't know about you folks, but I'm starting to get a little hungry. Killer Burger, 5 minutes to burgers, beer, and bottomless fries.
All right, you're talking about Two-Time Cider and Killer Burgers. Now you just made my stomach rumble.
Well, if you're hungry now, King, you can go ahead and visit the concession stand.
IV Cardi Attack and Shenanigans down on the line.
And Shenanigans through on the outside for lead jam.
IV Cardi Attack gets around the outside of Juvie Hall in turn 2. Wow, what a great move Shenanigans did. Weave around through there in a very, very fast pack. They're going to count some points on their fingers and toes. And we'll throw it over to Nom Nom.
If you were hungry before, you'll be even more hungrier now. We've got Voodoo Donut, one of the proud sponsors of RCR. The magic is in the hole, King.
Drinks, burgers, and donuts. You are killing me over here. You must have known I didn't have dinner yet.
And your jammers this time are Evangelical for GNR and Abracadabra for the Betties.
Oh, Abracadabra got out. Aaron Ishii glided her out of bounds, but she was out of bounds and not your lead jammer. No pass, no penalty.
King, what is a no pass, no penalty?
Evangelical did get through and is your lead jammer.
Evangelical working hard against that Betty defense. They're doing a great job of holding her.
Abracadabra in the back up against the GNR. Drone coming back to play a little offense.
Abracadabra through on her initial pass.
4 points picked up there, and that was the hardest 4 points I think I've ever seen.
I'd like to give a shout out to WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
Is that possible for me to be more awesome?
I don't think so.
With WSL it is.
We'll see.
On the line, Bleeda for the Breakneck Betties and Zip Drive for GNR.
Zip drive eye on the outside. The inside opened up by great offense from Roller Eclipse.
Lita also gets out and hot on her tail.
Well, they're going to try and send some offense. The pack got very fast.
Oh, very nice. Very nice apex jump by Zip Drive to pick up those points.
So, King, they don't call me Nom Nom for anything. Next up is 808. Food so good, it straight broke to mouth. 2 locations, Burnside and Woodstock.
You just know I'm hungry. That's all it is. 808. It's straight broke to mouth.
It's going to break my mouth later.
On the line, Gallifrey and Shenanigans.
Shenanigans coming out very strong and abusing that line.
Oh, and Gallifrey with some awesome skating to break through for lead jammer.
Ripley just tossing down Shenanigans on the inside.
And Gallifrey through again for 5 big points.
Shenanigans in the back. Ginger Raff trying to push. Oh, multiplayer block though being called on Ginger Raff.
It looked like GNR had Gallifrey boxed in for a moment, but she managed to get around, and here she comes again.
Gallifrey getting pushed out on the inside line very quick. Looks like she's a little winded, but calls off the jam.
King, I know you heard about my plumbing problem this last week. My whole week was how much pump could a sump pump if a sump could pump sump. You know what? I wish I'd actually called Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and a proud sponsor of RCR and the Wheels of Justice since 2009.
Ivy Cardi Attack and Chica Destruction are your jammers in this jam. Chica Destruction getting some offense once again from Roller Eclipse.
Oh, and IV Cardi Attack through on the inside to pick up lead jammer.
Yeah, that was strange. She had gotten knocked out, but the person that knocked her out had picked up a penalty. That's a smart call off right there. They're just over 30 points up, and they want to contain that lead. What do you got, Nom Nom?
Well, for those of you not sitting here trackside this evening, we've got the live broadcast of tonight's bout being brought to you by Blaze Streaming Media, another proud sponsor of RCR. With
just 12 minutes remaining, the score is 65 Breakneck Betties, 34 Guns N' Rollers.
Bleeda and Evangelical are your jammers.
Whoa, that was a race to the lead jam, but it looks like Evangelical is your lead jammer.
Well, that was interesting. I think there was a miscommunication somewhere, but, you know, it's better to call it off and reset than lose any points.
Another one of my favorite Nom Nom spots, Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
All right, this time we have Abracadabra against Zip Drive.
Abracadabra having a great game so far, and again, she's your lead jammer.
Oh, there's a little jammer on jammer action. And Abracadabra calls it off.
You know, the friendly people at Echo Construction, they love custom home building, remodels, and surprisingly, roller derby. Give it up for Echo Construction.
All right, keep your eyes open for Shenanigans against Gallifrey, 2 fast skaters.
Gallifrey and Shenanigans both trying to take the outside line. Both skaters getting knocked around.
And Gallifrey through on the inside line.
Wow, Drone and Ripley were all over Shenanigans, and somehow she wiggled her way out.
And Gallifrey calls off the jam for 2 points.
It looks like we're going to have a team timeout for the Guns N' Rollers.
Is there an Anna Payne in the audience? Anna Payne? Maybe from Minnesota? Well, Anna is getting married. Congratulations, Anna!
Yay, congratulations.
That was good. Well, this is a really good timeout opportunity for the Guns N' Rollers. They came in with a game plan. You know, they've had a really good, strong season so far. They're only 33 points down, but it's time to turn some things around and put some points on the board as they've been very low scoring the last couple jams.
Well, that's true, King, but you know we can see a point turn around quickly in even one jam.
Breakneck Betty's had a really good scoring frenzy off a couple of power jams, and that's how they've gotten this lead. So let's see if they can maintain, or if that penalty, or if that timeout is going to help the Guns N' Rollers.
All right, on the jam line now, 122 IV Cardi attack against Evangelical for GNR.
Evangelical tries to take the outside, and Sprout of Control and T-Nasty had her. But Evangelical's out of the pack as your lead jammer.
Oh, and Evangelical threw on the inside for a 5-point pass.
IV Cardi Attack finally gets that pass off. Oh, it looks like she got the pass off and got a penalty in the process. T-Nasty acknowledged it and had to go back. It was a legal procedure. And this is a good opportunity right now as they're in a power, Guns N' Rollers are in a power jam.
Betty's defense is holding Evangelical. All right, looks like Guns N' Rollers calls off that jam. Try to preserve the power start for the next jam.
So if you are hungry down there and you can't make it to one of our wonderful sponsors yet, I suggest you head over to the Garden Bar. Grab a Garden Bar wrap at concessions and check your program for a $2 off coupon.
Wow, they have those down there now? That sounds incredible. Well, just like that, 15 points put on the board for the Guns N' Rollers, so that was a very, very good timeout for them.
And Zip Drive with the power start, working hard against the Betty's defense.
Ivy Cardi Attack trying to get out, stomping up that outside line, but continues to get knocked out of bounds.
And Zip drives through for power for the lead jam. Oh, and she skates right through untouched.
Got to hold down that inside line, but a quick 5-point grand slam put on the board for Zip Drive.
Looks like Gin Giraffe, Your Mom, and Ripley holding down Ivy Zip Drive in the back there.
Excellent defense being laid down by both of these teams right now. The Jammers cannot figure out what to do. Zip Drive through. She picked up 5 points on that pass.
And we have a star pass from the Bettys. 426, Captain Ripley is your jammer of note now.
Zip Drive down. She picks up another 3. That's 13 points in this jam. That's going to be a 28-point turnaround in the last 2 jams for the Guns N' Rollers.
And just like that, we're only an 8-point game. with just over 6.5 minutes to play.
Looks like the officials want to talk some things over real quick.
You know, King, I'm really starting to get hungry up here again. And I think it's about time for a taco timeout.
Really?
Porque no.
Porque yes.
2 locations on Mississippi and Hawthorne. Go get your taco fix at Porque no.
Porque yes.
Once again, I'd like to draw your attention to the raffle basket that's coming around on the front side of the track. You'll see that tickets are for sale. Again, those are 1 ticket for $1, 10 tickets for $5, or your height or the height of a very, very tall friend for only $20. Again, that basket tonight is valued at $605. Winner for the raffle basket will be announced at halftime.
All right, here we go. Shenanigans for GNR and Sprout of Control for the Betties.
Shenanigans, 1 person left to beat, gets knocked down, and oh! T Nasty picking up a low block.
Oh, and we got a foot race here.
It's gonna be a race to the back of that pack.
And Sprout of Control calls off the jam.
9 points now separate these teams. 6 minutes left in this first half.
So if watching this game has inspired you to want to try roller derby, I suggest you head over to Oaks Park, home of the Rose City Rollers and places to purchase all your derby gear.
On the line this time we have Abracadabra and Evangelical.
Evangelical trying to tiptoe up the outside line. Now she's up against Ripley. And your mom taking her down.
Evangelical out for lead jammer.
Well, I think they thought they knocked her out of bounds, but she stayed in bounds, and she is not your lead jammer.
But Evangelical through for a 5-point grand slam.
Guns and Rollers really turning up the knob to 11 on their defense.
Whoa, big jump for Evangelical and another 5 points.
Wow, that was snazzy.
So King, I noticed there's no lead jammer in this jam. What does that mean?
Well, that means neither one of them got through the pack cleanly, and so there will be no lead jammer. It will go the full 2 minutes.
T Nasty coming through on her initial pass. Being held by the Guns and Rollers. Both teams playing some defense right now.
Well, Ripley and Drone got Evangelical over in the corner. Abracadabra now joins in the fun, and they take her out of bounds in turn 3.
Oh, some nice skating by T Nasty to get through for 5 points.
Evangelical finally gets through, picking up 4 of her own. Wow. When two forces collide, that's Irie Strider with a gigantic stop right there on T Nasty.
And they're recycling her all the way back.
Well, that is one heck of a jam right there. Full 2 minutes. And as we're waiting for the points to get tallied, it looks like the Breakneck Betties holding on to a 4-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go.
You know, I didn't know what I was going to do this weekend until I went ahead and checked the PDX Pipeline. That's your online source for Portland's music, arts, and entertainment happenings.
PDX Pipeline. They seem to know it all. At least all the stuff I want to know. Well, the penalty box is cleared. We're going to have another official conversation down there just to make sure the points and penalties are all assessed correctly.
It's not just an official timeout, it's a taco timeout.
Another taco timeout?
Porque no.
Porque, yes it is.
Also, I've heard we have a birthday in the audience out there. Is there an Aaliyah celebrating a birthday tonight? Aaliyah, where are you? Happy birthday, Aaliyah!
Now she knows how to celebrate. Look at there.
There you go. Happy birthday.
I bet she's going to Porque no.
She's going somewhere.
All right, this time on the line we have Gallifrey for the Betties and Zip Drive for GNR.
This jam is on. All 5 players from each side are on the track. Gallifrey just bowling over players out there.
I think she wanted to stop and help pick her up there, but you got to keep going.
Zip Drive is out first as your lead jammer.
Gallifrey hot on her tail.
Well, they picked one off, and Zip Drive got through. Didn't call it off fast enough, though. There is 1 point scored, though, by the Breakneck Betties.
You know, I don't just like to eat good food for myself. I also like to feed my 4-legged friends good foods. And we take them to Selwood Pet Supply. Quality nutrition and supplies for your pet here in Selwood.
All right, on the line this time again, Shenanigans against IV Cardiac.
Wow, Shenanigans making it look easy. Bopping to the left and getting through on the inside line.
Oh, and your Betty's Jammer is headed to the box, so we have a power jam for the Guns and Rollers.
Forearm being called. That's going to be on Shenanigans. So this is going to be a jammer do-si-do. What's going to happen here, since there's penalties now on both jammers, the jammer who sits down as Shenanigans will only have to serve as much time as IV Cardiac did.
Oh, nifty little move there to get through.
Wow, what a great move by IV Cardiac, and she shrugs off a giant hit. Shenanigans trying to get through once again, getting knocked out of bounds. IV Cardiac getting knocked out on the inside line.
Some ferocious 2-player defense being played here on IV Cardiac.
Houndabout Askerville has the star. She's trying to find a way to get around Gin Giraffe. Wow, hard fought, long jam once again. Another bonus point getting put up for the Breakneck Betties. They come out of that with 10 points, and they get back up to 8-point lead over the Guns and Rollers.
Another couple of league shout-outs. We'd like to say thank you to the Portland Mercury, Shebop, and Myopic Optometry.
There was a timeout on the track. You thought for a half a second, though, there was going to be a intermission, but wait, there's more.
While we've got a timeout going here, I'd like to say hello and good evening to Sherpa Design. Where's Sherpa Design?
There they are over there in the corner. I see them.
Sherpa Design.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Welcome to RCR. We also have a lot of really exciting things coming to the hangar in the upcoming months. If you've ever wanted to see the most fun you'll ever see on 8 wheels, come see our juniors tournament. Those are our littlest skaters, and they're going to be playing Bridge City Riot, RCR's first juniors tournament. It's coming up here in April.
Your jammers for this last jam of the half will be Sprout of Control and Zip Drive.
And Zip Drive jumping up the inside line. She's your lead jammer.
Sprout of Control working that outside line. On to the inside and through for her initial pass.
Well, Zip Drive saw a brief opening. JMFK closed it very quickly. And she's going to call it off. I believe she got her points as we roll into intermission. Well, folks, right now, without any points being put on the board, well, there it is right there, 93-89. 4 points now separate these two teams. We're going to have some excellent halftime entertainment, a raffle, so don't go anywhere.
All right, we're ready for the second half of some great roller derby. On the line to start the second half is Gallifrey for the Breakneck Betties and Zip Drive for GNR.
Gallifrey found an opening on the outside, and she's your lead jammer.
And Zip Drive with a nice little move on the inside to get through. Gallifrey nicely through, relatively untouched for 5.
I'd like to take a second to thank a couple more of the league sponsors. We've got Portland Vital Signs, Kay's Bar, and New Deal Distillery. Thanks for supporting RCR.
Down on the line, Abracadabra up against Evangelical in our jammer war. Evangelical with 1 player left to beat. She is out as your lead jammer, but it was a photo finish.
Well, a little jammer on jammer contact there, and Evangelical taking the lead.
Aaron Ishii tried to pick off Ginger Rao, successfully takes her out on the inside.
And Evangelical calls off the jam, but not before getting 2 points.
Well, I hope everybody had a chance to visit concessions during halftime. We'd like to go ahead and say thank you to Bridgeport Brewing, and all of you should check your Bridgeport Beer Cup. Again, 3 lucky winners will drink Bridgeport on RCR tonight. See the bar for details.
Betties are going to start this jam with 1 player in the box. We have IV Cardi Attack against Shenanigans.
Shenanigans trying to find a way through, going left to right and getting kicked out of bounds. Excellent work by the Betties.
IV Cardi Attack through for lead jammer.
Betty's taking out Shenanigans once again on the outside, taking her back, and she has not made it past the in-between of jammer and pivot line.
Well, the Guns N' Rollers defense is really holding IV Cardi Attack on this one. And as soon as I said that, there she goes through.
That was a pretty tough play right there. Shenanigans was really getting beat around, and she ended up out of the pack and with a cap in her hand.
I'd like to say thank you to OHSU Sports Medicine. OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical team of the Rose City Rollers.
On the line again, Zip Drive for the GNR and Bleeda for the Breakneck Betties.
Bleeda doing a nice job in the back, but does get knocked out of bounds by Aaron Ishii on the outside.
Looks like Zip Drive got lead jammer, but also went out of bounds to be recycled.
Ripley picking up a penalty, will spend 30 seconds of her life in the penalty box.
Oh, some nice backward skating there by Zip Drive to get through.
Once again, that was still the initial because she was knocked out of bounds and taken back. Over 30 seconds off the clock of her just trying to get through the pack.
And the Guns N' Rollers defense still holding Blida. And Blida finally through on her initial pass.
Zip Drive did get out.
And Zip Drive calls off the jam.
We're going to see the pack line up again on that jammer line. That jammer line is brought to you by Tonkin.com. The largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest is only a click away at Tonkin.com.
All right, on that Tonkin.com jam line, this time we have Evangelical for GNR and Gallifrey for the Bettys.
I really like this jammer matchup. Both of them are very quick and wily and very good at getting through the pack.
And both having a great game tonight. Gallifrey with a nice move to the outside.
Va Boom picking up an infraction on the track. That's going to put her in the penalty box. And that is going to put them 2 blockers down for the Guns N' Rollers.
And Gallifrey making it through the pack.
Evangelical finally out on her initial, so she still has to get through in order to pick up any points.
And 2 points for Gallifrey. She's excited about that.
If you have a second, why don't you head on over to our concession stand where you can find RCR's newest supporter, Bud Light. Grab one at the bar. Dilly Dilly King.
Dilly Dilly indeed. Bud Light, you know, that's pretty catchy.
On the line, 4911 Chica Destruction and Abracadabra.
Abracadabra is out as your lead jammer. Chica Destruction, though, is in front.
Yeah, it looked like Abracadabra got a little tied up there after getting lead, and Chica Destruction passed her up.
Well, with 15 points separating these two teams, it's a good call-off right there. Breakneck Betty's well in the lead.
Another big thank you to 2 more of RCR's sponsors, Trailhead Credit Union and Bike Punk.
On the line again for GNR, we have Zip Drive. And for the Bettys, we have IV Cardi Attack.
Zip Drive trying to just muscle her way up the inside, ends up having to go to the end and still has got caught up and knocked out of bounds by Smelter Skelter. Smelter Skelter picking up a forearm call, and she'll spend 30 seconds in the penalty box.
And IV Cardi Attack through for lead jammer. Zip Drive with 1 to beat.
Ivy Cardi Attack just bouncing off bodies, and finally Juvie Hall knocking her out of bounds, forcing that call off, but not before Breakneck Betty's put another 4 points on the scoreboard. You know, this is a good opportunity. Hey, Juvie Hall, it's your birthday. Everybody,
Hey, happy birthday.
everybody wave at Juvie Hall and buy her a beer at the after this game, okay?
And if she doesn't like beer, buy her a cider. 2-Town cider, damn fine cider made here in the Pacific Northwest.
Evangelical out for lead jammer.
Sprata Control still stuck in the back. What a great move in turn 1, but she does get picked up. Wow, that's really fighting through the pack.
Oh, and Evangelical fighting through the Betty's defense as well and calls it off. This is another great matchup. Zip Drive against Gallifrey.
Zip Drive trying to find a way up that inside line. Back block is being called. Oh, and that's going to be a power jam for Gallifrey.
Oh, and Gallifrey so quick with that head fake and around the outside for a 5-point grand slam. Whoa, untouched through the pack once again.
Gallifrey is who you do not want to have out for a power jam.
Whoa, Gallifrey again.
Well, she's got 15 points up on the board and still going for more.
Oh, and some big hits by the Guns N' Rollers, and Gallifrey just takes them in stride, through for another 5. Zip drive back on the track for the Guns N' Rollers.
And she's just as stuck as she was in the first. Ripley and T Nasty having their way with zip drive right now, knocking her out of bounds and taking her all the way back to the jammer line.
Gallifrey getting a little help on the offense from Drone. And Gallifrey calls it off, but not after a 24-point jam.
Wow. Well, we've got a team timeout on the track. Bonnie Thunders has seen enough after 28 points being put up by Gallifrey. But you know, only being 43 points down, there is lots of time in this game, and you can easily get back in this game.
So as was mentioned during halftime, we do have an amazing game, amazing bout happening again tomorrow. If you want to see some more world-class derby, be back here tomorrow, so you don't miss the Wheels of Justice purple versus white game. 30 tickets will be at the door.
And that is some of the best roller derby you can ever see around. I mean, Wheels of Justice, 2-time world champions. They have compiled a really good roster of skaters, and they are once again going back out there to try and win the Hydra.
Before we get this next jam started, I'd like to say thank you to Vacasa and the Laurelhurst Theater and Pub.
On the line, Shenanigans for GNR and Abracadaver for the Betties.
Abracadaver getting locked down by GNR, and that's exactly what I expected. They are going to hold that jammer come hell or high water.
Whoa, great defense being played by both teams here. Shenanigans just steps out.
Sprout of control. Did a really good job holding on to that jammer. Oh, she picked up a bonus. She's going to be in the penalty box for a full minute due to the low block and a little bit of insubordination.
Oh, and Shenanigans with a quick move to the outside gets through for lead jam. Whoa, and a good move by Abracadaver to get in there for some points. Let's see. That jam 3 points apiece.
If roller derby's gotten you so excited that you might want to move here to the Portland area, let Deb guide you home. Proud realtor sponsor of the Rose City Rollers. Welcome to PDX.com. Deb Counts Tabor.
And your jammers are Evangelical and Sprouta Bleeda.
What? Multiplayer block being called out there. That's going to be on Drone.
And Evangelical through for lead jammer.
Ripley with a nice little hit to the outside, dropping Evangelical in turn 1. Three points picked up by Guns N' Rollers. Trying to lower that lead by the Breakneck Betties just a tad.
If roller derby's giving you a little bit of a sweet tooth this evening, I suggest you go ahead and satisfy that at Voodoo Donut. After all, the magic is in the hole. Proud sponsor of the Rose City Rollers and the Wheels of Justice.
Donuts.
Ah, yeah. IV Cardi Attack and Chica Destruction are your jammers, and everybody is piled up in turn 1. Oh, here we go. Everybody skate the wrong way. Aaron Easy picking up of an out-of-play penalty.
Oh, and a nice move to the inside by IV Cardi Attack.
Wow, Chica Destruction was doing everything she could to get back in that pack. And when she hit that, she broke like water on a rock.
King, I know it's hard to think about, but have you ever wanted to be more amazing?
I don't know if it's possible.
I think it is, with the help of WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
Another great jammer mashup. Zip drive against Gallifrey. These two have been going at it all night, and it's been awesome. Gallifrey threw on the inside for lead jammer.
Your mom, last line of defense up on Zip drive. Zip drive bumps off and continues to go.
Whoa, some nice skating by Gallifrey to get through for 4 points.
I don't know if you've noticed how athletic our skaters are out there tonight. If you want to be as strong, as swole even as our Breakneck Betties, go ahead and visit Kelly's Olympian, one of the sponsors of our team, the Breakneck Betties.
All right, the Betties are going to start with one player in the box this jam. Evangelical against Abracadabra.
JMFK managing to hold on to Evangelical on the inside for just a skosh, but Evangelical is out as your lead jammer.
And just like that, we have a cut track from Abracadabra, so it's a power jam.
This is exactly the opportunity the Guns N' Rollers need. Ginger Raff picking up a penalty. It looks like a back block penalty. 5 points put on the board by Evangelical.
The Betties with 3 players in the box this jam. It's like a big opportunity for the Rollers to score some points.
That was some nice, very easy offense being played out there. And just like that, Raven Von Chaos gets her jammer free and is going again for more.
And Evangelical through for another 5.
15 points so far in this game in this jam for GNR.
Whoa.
Wow.
Big apex jump by Evangelical to get through the pack again.
Yeah, she took flight and picked up 4 more points.
Abracadabra hot on her trail now. And Evangelical calls off the jam.
I'd like to say thank you for 2 more RCR sponsors. Thank you to Betsy and Aya Jewelry and Fran's Bakery.
That was a huge jam for Guns N' Rollers. They put up 19 points by Evangelical and held the Breakneck Betties scoreless. 24 points now separate these two teams.
Once again, we have Zip Drive against Gallifrey. And Gallifrey with some incredible speed around the outside to get lead jammer.
Zip Drive getting knocked around by the Breakneck Betties. Can't seem to find the light of day. And just like that, she is out on her initial.
And Gallifrey calls off the jam.
Is there anybody out there who's been drinking on Bridgeport tonight? I encourage you to check your Bridgeport beer cup. There's 3 lucky winners out there who are going to drink on Bridgeport on RCR tonight. See the bar for details if you're not one of those 3.
Penalty box is empty. We've got 5-on-5 in this game, the way Derby was intended to be played. IV Cardi Attack is on the line and will be going up against Lauren Forcer.
Solid defense being played by both teams.
And just like that, Lauren Forcer is out as your lead jammer. JMFK picking up a penalty in that melee. IV Cardi Attack does get out on her initial pass, cap in hand.
And Lauren Forcer calls off the jam.
Another couple of thank you for RCR sponsors. We'd like to say thank you to Protolis Insoles and our favorite Red Bull.
And with just over 11.5 minutes, Breakneck Betty's at 153 and Guns N' Rollers 129.
Abracadabra on the line. We'll be going up against Shenanigans.
Oh, and Abracadabra with a nice move on the inside to get through for lead jammer.
And she got a forearm call on Ripley on her way out.
Abracadabra through, and she calls the jam.
If you haven't already, I suggest you grab a Garden Bar wrap at our concession stand. Check your program for a $2 off coupon.
All right, on the line this time we have Zip Drive against Bleda.
Bleda trying to push that 3-wall up and gets pinned on the outside. Looks like everybody's pinned on the outside. Finally, Zip Drive shakes something loose.
Oh, with a nice in and out move, Zip Drive out for your lead jammer. Guns N' Rollers are still doing a great job on Bleda here.
Zip Drive weaving her way through. Looks like Van Helslinger picked up a back block call in that mishmash.
And Bleda's finally through.
That's her initial pass. Zip Drive getting kicked out of bounds. I think she scored everything she needed to, so she's going to call off this jam. 9 points in that jam as GNR continues to claw their way back into this game.
OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers. Thank you, OHSU Sports Medicine.
With 9.5 minutes left in this game, 19 points separate these two teams.
Your jammers are Gallifrey and Evangelical. Big hit on Gallifrey.
That was a great hit out, and Evangelical is finally out of the pack as your lead jammer. Evangelical did get through, picking up all 4 of her points. Looks like no points being put up for the Breakneck Betties.
And with about 8.5 minutes left in this game, we see the whole, well, looks like GNR is going to line up 5 and Betties are going to line up 4 on that Ron Tonkin jammer line. Largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest is only a click away at tonkin.com.
Timeout on the track is going to be called for the Breakneck Betties. They want to make sure they've been slipping here, and some of them points have been whittled off after that big power jam. Right now it's a 15-point game separating these two teams with 8.5 minutes.
Guns and Rollers making a steady comeback here in the second half.
You know, King, it's been a while since we've taken a taco timeout. I think it's about time, don't you? Maybe a little porque no?
Nah, porque no.
Porque, yes.
I don't know if you noticed that on the track. They did a little jammer switcheroo on us. I should say the Guns and Rollers did. And I think, you know, that's at this stage in the game, it might be a really good staffing call.
All right, we have a little different look here. Both packs starting at the pivot line.
Oh, Zip Drive was so eager to get through that pack. She did step out and get the cut track, and that's going to be a power jam benefiting the Breakneck Betties. Vava Boom getting a direction to play penalty and will spin 30 seconds in the penalty box.
Oh, and a nice move around the outside by Ivy Cardi attack for the full 5 points. Big hit there by Irie Strider.
Well, Zip Drive served her time. Out of play has been called, and she is out on her initial. Juvie Hall picking up a cut track. It's going to deplete their pack a little bit further.
Zip Drive through on that pass for 4 points for the Guns and Rollers.
Irie Strider got a piece in Turner number 4 on Ivy Cardi attack. Could not contain though. Ivy Cardi attack picking up another 3 points. That time she got her at the jam line. Ivy Cardi attack having to go back to the top of the apex between 3 and 4.
And Zip Drive through on the inside for 4 points.
You know, considering there was a power jam in the middle of that, only 3 points difference between these between the two teams in that jam. $18 points now separate these two teams. Just under 6 minutes on the clock. Chica Destruction trying to take that inside line. Drone picks her up.
Both teams playing great defense here. Chica Destruction, no help.
Well, I think they heard you. Roller Eclipse comes up and takes a little bit of offense from the inside. Abracadaver still stuck and trying to just muscle her way through the top of the apex. JMFK took that offense, shrugged it off, and jumped right back on that jammer.
Both teams not giving 1 inch on this defensive pass here.
Chica Destruction still struggling through. JMFK right now has got her number. Every time she turns around, it seems to be JMFK and Drone who have been laying on her, not letting her get anywhere.
Just one to beat now for Chica Destruction, and she's through for lead jammer.
With 1 minute and 20 seconds off the clock, we finally have assigned a lead jammer.
Oh, nice try for the apex jump, but Ginger Raff with a nice knockout.
JMFK was doing so good, but she got the out of play call.
And Chica Destruction calls it off.
We do have one more sponsor we'd like to say thank you to. It is the proud sponsor of the Guns and Rollers. We'd like to say thank you to Compassion Arts, PDX, Hammond Bennett specifically. Again, proud sponsor of GNR.
And we've got a timeout on the track. That is going to go towards GNR.
I'd like everybody to check their calendars while we have a second, specifically for June 22nd to June 24th. It's something you're not going to want to miss here in Portland. I'm talking about the Hometown Throwdown. We're going to feature Crime City, Angel City, and Gotham. 3-day passes are available. I suggest you be here when it happens.
You know, you mentioned Crime City, Gotham, Angel City, but you didn't mention the Wheels of Justice. They're also going to be right there at the Hometown Throwdown, taking on all those villainous people coming at us.
How did I miss the Wheels of Justice?
Well, you did. Well, this is going to be a really light pack right there. They've only got 2 blockers from each team out there.
And very quickly, Gallifrey through on the outside for lead jammer.
Evangelical quick to follow.
Oh, and Evangelical through on the inside.
Oh, wow, no points picked up for Evangelical. I guess that was a quick call off.
All right, on the line this time again, we have IV Cardi Attack for the Betties and Zip Drive for the Guns and Rollers.
Wow, Zip Drive through very quickly. She's got 1 player, but that 1 player is the team captain, Ripley. Now she's got your mom up there.
Whoa, and right through the pack, IV Cardi Attack, pick up lead jammer.
Finally, Zip Drive found the light of day and is out on her initial.
Whoa.
Three more points picked up out there on the track for the Breakneck Betties. They have taken it back to a 20-point lead. There's 2.5 minutes left in this game. What can the Guns and Rollers do to breach that difference?
And the Guns and Rollers have Shenanigans on the line against Abracadaver.
Wow, Shenanigans found a brief spot as she shed some blockers.
But on the outside, breaking through, Abracadaver for lead jammer.
Shenanigans still stuck in turn 1. Sprout of control all over, right along with Smelter Skelter.
And Shenanigans through with some nice skating.
Well, Juvie Hall picked up a cut track. She was the last line of defense on Abracadaver, and 4 more points for the Breakneck Betties.
All right, Evangelical against Gallifrey with just over a minute left to play. Guns and Rollers starting with the 1 player in the penalty box. And Gallifrey, nice move around the outside to pick up lead jammer.
Evangelical right now making it past the pivot line, and they are all over her. Nothing but red shirts and a nightmare.
And Gallifrey with some very nifty footwork to get through again for a 5-point.
Breakneck Betty's defense was locked down, and just like that, they split for a half a second, and Evangelical is out.
Gallifrey hot on her tail with another 4 points for that pass. Evangelical trying to play a little defense on Gallifrey there.
Well, she guided them right back into the defense where they were all waiting for Gallifrey to get. Evangelical is out at the top of the apex between 3 and 4, picking up 4 points of her own.
Gallifrey through also.
And we have an unofficial end of game. The score right now, if it stays the way it is, 194-161.
And that makes it official. 195 for the Breakneck Betties and 161 for Guns N' Rollers.
All right, we are going to have the MVPs right after we take a quick victory lap. And don't forget, Guns N' Rollers, we're going to award their most rowdy and loyal fan the Fan MVP Award. So if you think you're that person, I need you to be extra rowdy for this skate out. Guns N' Rollers, would you like to take a victory or a lap also, please?